Hi, I'm Molly Robbins, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really cute pug face. This is a really popular cake that I make. It's a pug dog, but you can also use the same technique to make any kind of wrinkly faced dog. It's a great technique to learn how to make a bulldog. You could make a French bulldog. You could make a Shar-Pei. All very wrinkly, very, very cute dogs. And it's a popular one for kids, popular one for anyone who loves dogs. And you can make them big or small. These ones are nice for putting on top of cupcakes or even on top of a round cake. Or you can make a full dog. It's up to you. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some sugar paste. So this is a caramel colour sugar paste. It's called Teddy Brown. And I find it's quite a nice base colour to make your pug face. So this is going to be the round head. So I'm just squashing it to make a round shape. It's got a flat back, which is always handy when you're sticking something to a cake, to have a flat back. So that's going to be the base for our head. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab some black sugar paste. And I'm going to grab, that's about the size of a large marble. And this is going to be the muzzle. So I'm going to try and make this upside down so you can see. But I'm going to roll it out into a sausage shape first. Then I'm going to just flatten it slightly. Don't go mad with the flattening. You want it to be like a pill shape. And then you're going to bend it so it's like a kidney bean. And the kidney bean is going to attach to the bottom half of the face. So this is upside down, but you'll be able to see. Then you're going to get a Dresden tool. If you haven't got a Dresden tool, get one. But if not, you can use a cocktail stick. I use this tool. This is kind of my go-to for everything. It's good for making marks or indenting. So I'm just going to put a line along there. Then I'm going to put some lines going out from either side. These are going to be like wrinkles. And then you can put some little whisker marks in there as well. Just whatever you think looks realistic. Then let's go back to our caramel colour. We're going to roll out a ball. How big's that? That's about the size of, I'm not very good at this, a small Brussels sprout, let's say. And I'm going to roll that into a sausage. A lot of the kind of moulding and modelling that I do is all about balls and sausages. I just find it's the best way to kind of get a really nice organic shape. So I've squashed that a little bit and I'm going to just wrap that around there. And because I'm using quite soft sugar paste, I don't need any glue. If you've got a firmer sugar paste, then you can always use glue or piping gel or a bit of water to stick it on. I'm going to use my Dresden tool now. I'll just show you that way. I'm going to use the back end of it like this. And this is just going to blend it all together. So I'm blending. Blending. Just getting rid of that line so it all looks kind of one. You can put some icing sugar down if you don't want it to stick, just to make sure you can move it around freely. Or you can do it on a board so you can move it around without damaging it. So, next thing is it needs some eyes. I'm going to start with white and I'm going to roll out 2 balls, same size. And they're kind of, 1 to 1.5 centimetres across. Make them the same size if you can. And the eye positioning is really important because on a pug the eyes are quite far apart and that's what gives them the kind of that almost alien look, but it's super cute. So I'm going to put my eyes quite far apart there. And they're going to be the base for the eyes. Then I'm going to grab some, this is a chocolate brown sugar paste. It's actually chocolate flavour, this one as well. It smells really nice. It smells like chocolate. And it's slightly different. It's slightly softer and more pliable because of the cocoa content in it. So these are going to be the coloured part of the eye, which are brown. You want to make them quite big. You don't want little pupils in there. You want quite big eyes. So I'm rolling out balls and then flattening them like that. So you should have two roughly the same size. And they're going to go on top of the eye. I'm leaving a bit of white underneath so you can see the white, and this also gives it a kind of really cute look, like it's looking up, like looking kind of sad. Make sure the eyes are facing the same way. And then I'm going to get a tiny bit of black. Again, that's a pea size amount. We'll split that in half so they're roughly the same size. Roll them out. And again, we're just sticking them down. The bigger the pupils are, the more endearing and the cuter it's going to look, really. It's going to look really sweet and kind of like it's just looking up really nicely. I'm going to put a little highlight in the corner of each eye here. So they are really small. They're like seeds of white. I mean, you could even split that in half, make it even smaller if you wanted to. And that's just going to go in the corner of the pupil. And it really brings the eye to life, you can see there. It's kind of just brought everything to life a little bit. Just in the corner of each eye. So we've still not got a nose. I'm going to go back to our black. We're going to roll a little ball there. I'm going to pinch it in the bottom so it goes into a rough triangular sort of shape. And then when I stick it on, it'll flatten out like that. We can get our Dresden tool now. Again, I'm going to put a mark right up the centre and then either side as well where the nostrils are. I hope this makes sense. I'm doing it upside down so I can't see it, but I think you get the gist. I'm going back now to our caramel colour. And we need to give them some deep wrinkles now around the eyes. So let's grab a piece about that big, similar size to how we did the muzzle. And I'm going to roll that out. And as you roll it out in your hands, you'll see that it will have a small thin end on either side. That's good, we want that. So where you've got your centre, we can split that in half. And these are going to be the kind of eyebrow folds that are going to go around each eye. So the thicker part's going to go in the centre. I'm going to put them like this. So you can imagine it looks really angry. And then we're going to wrap round each eye, like so. And then again, you can blend this in, this seam, if you wanted to. You can kind of go as detailed as you want to with this. It does look very kind of eye-catching and fun. And lovely for cupcakes, lovely for a cake. You can do it sort of any size, really. So there he is. I'm going to go back. I'm going to make a couple more of those wrinkles. So again, we've got our, it's like a stretched out kind of torpedo shape, isn't it, really? I'm going to make two more. So these are going to go around here. You can do as many wrinkles as you like, as long as it's sort of symmetrical and there's the same on both sides. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, you can blend that in. And the blending's important, I think. It kind of makes everything look a bit more realistic. This is what I use this Dresden tool for the most, I would say, is blending. And it reaches where your hands just sort of can't reach, which is good. Then this part here, I'm going to make this sort of diamond shape. You see? It's just filling a gap, really. I'm going to put that in there, blend it, and then you can use the back of the Dresden just to make a nice big crease up the middle. I think you should have some little cheeks as well. So 2 balls, same size. I'm going to roll them, flatten them out, and just stick them in here. And then again, blend those seams in if you can. You can see it just kind of eliminates a lot of these lines and it makes it look a bit more realistic. So he needs a mouth. I'm going to do his mouth open, I think, because it's quite fun to have the tongue sticking out. It's a bit more fun and a bit more kind of, gives a bit more expression to it. So I'm rolling out a small ball here and I'm going to squash it. Where you put your finger here, it's made an indent, and I'm just going to stick that inside there. So it's like his mouth's open. And then I'm going to grab a pale pink. I've got some red here and some flesh colour. I'm just going to mix them together and make a nice pale pink colour. And these are going to blend together, make a nice pink. I'm going to get a little ball of that. I'm going to flatten it out, stretch it, and that's going to go in his mouth there, like that. I'm going to use the tool, just put a line down the centre, and there's his little tongue. And then finally, lest we forget, the ears. So the ears are quite big, I suppose. If we get one piece about the size of, that's like a ping pong ball. That's going to make them both. So I'm going to knead that out. And then we roll it out and flatten it. It'll naturally come to points either side anyway. So I'm just going to flatten that out like so. This is going to be both the ears. So we can split that in half. It's a good way of knowing that they're the same size. So there's the two ears. You want them quite thick really, so they stand up by themselves. And then you could put edible glue on here, make them a bit stronger. We're going to just attach them either side of the head and curl them over. You could put a little bit of glue under there just to help them stick. And look at him, he is super, super cute. And in the next video, I'm going to use a bit of airbrushing to show you some techniques of how to really bring him to life and get some shade on there as well. But for now, I think he's very, very sweet.